Welcome to PlayStation Corner, my name is Alex. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new sale that just hit PSN covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. They're definitely on a roller right now with heavy hitting sales. On this one it's no different. I have 10 games for you all today, 6 of them are coming in under $10, so it's keeping things super budget. Let's get started. If you do enjoy today's video, consider subscribing. The support, it goes a long way, and here you can expect to find reviews and deals weekly. We'll also be covering VR2 as it launches later in February. We also have a winner to announce for a $10 PSN gift card later in the video, and one more to give away. To enter, drop a comment down below and the winner will be announced in next week's video. SIFU to kick us off, it matches the low price with 35% off. I am a big fan of this one personally. It's a kung fu inspired roguelike adventure that has you setting out to get revenge on the individual that killed your father. What follows is a beat 'em up-esque experience that packs some serious challenge as you master not only new moves but a parry system as well. The truly unique spin here, with each death you do age, and yeah, basically your strength and health, it will be impacted. It even though evolves eventually into impacting what moves you can learn from a skill tree. I was a big fan, and again it is tough but incredibly rewarding, and we played this one over on Twitch. Deliver Us the Moon, and it's been a long time since I played this one. It's 75% off though, and it received a PS5 upgrade. The reason it came to mind, I've been playing the just released sequel, Deliver Us Mars. Now I'm a big fan of its kind of particular sci-fi, adventure, and there's no question there's an indie vibe to it all. Its design, its characters, its animations, they can be a little somewhat janky, I guess, but it's also fun as you explore and solve a slew of environmental puzzles. It's got the occasional moment of challenge as well, in the sense of a restricted amount of oxygen, but yeah, I am a fan. It's become a bit of a cult hit since launch, and it combines third person, first person, and some vehicles to great effect. A Short Hike gets a new low, then 40% off. I'm a big fan of this one as well. It's a simplistic adventure game and bite-sized, as the name may suggest. You'll probably get through this in a couple of hours without rushing. It's just a great little world though, and I've been back now since launch multiple times. The gameplay, you're on holiday, you're facing some personal challenges. Now you decide to scale the mountain at the center of this location to simply, clear your head. What follows is an excuse to explore. You can meet the locals and you'll find collectibles that give you better climbing abilities. I love the visual style, old school kind of chunky visuals, beautiful soundtrack as well. If those visuals though are maybe not for you, you can smooth them out in the options. The Falconeer Warrior Edition is another one with a unique visual style. It looks almost cel shaded, and that's not the case, however. Instead, it's actually this game simply has no texture work, and that's what makes it stand out. This one, it throws you into an oceanic world and has you piloting warbirds, overcoming a quest, whether that's going to be to drive the main story forward or to simply benefit you in another form. I'm a big fan of aerial combat though, so this one ticked a lot of boxes for me, and on top of that you can throw in RPG elements, different factions to work with, upgrades and new mounts. It's extremely good stuff. This version then, it also includes the Hunter DLC. That's going to be a new player class alongside a dragon, some new rockets, and 3 additional side quests and boss encounters. 70% off then is a new low price, and there's a decent chunk of game for your cash. A shout out then to Pirated Code Admin Edition for sponsoring today's video. This one, it just launched, and it's not only available on the PS4 and 5 but Steam and the Nintendo Switch. It's a visual novel experience that builds upon what was a hit game jam creation that's now been expanded with more chapters, secrets and unlockables, and these are all achievable thanks to a branching story. This one though, it's throwing you into a sci-fi world set aboard a smuggler ship, and the story will be following Severin, an artificial intelligence that's awoken to find that they've been installed as the co-pilot of this smuggling ship. They're not too pleased as they don't feel this was their intended purpose, but they really have no memory of past responsibilities. So what follows now is a journey of self-discovery where we communicate with crew and simply try to understand where we belong. Now along this journey as well, we'll be directing the action with dialogue options, trying to uncover, the truth. Again, like a massive thank you to the team for sponsoring the video. You can check it out on the PSN right now. I've linked that in the pinned comment down below. Let's go show them some support and check it out if you've got a moment. Dawn of the Monsters then will be for the beat 'em up fans out there. It's 30% off, matching the low, and this is a kaiju inspired experience. You know, a few things go together as well as kaiju and beat 'em up. And it's got a nice amount of variety as well, thanks to 4 playable characters, from a Godzilla-like to something, you know, more mech-like and Power Rangers infused. It's 35 missions, it supports 2-player co-op, and while I did find some locations got a little repetitive, it is nice to see full destructibility, and I really like the fact you can pick up buildings, different items to use as weapons. It's even got an in-depth story as well, with constant cutscenes building this scene of an invading army of creatures that you must now defend against. Bastion is a masterpiece. It's a new low here, 85% off, and if there's a game you buy from today's list for a few bucks, in my opinion, this is absolutely it. It comes from Supergiant Games of now Hades fame, and this one's an action RPG, but the real winner for me is the story and the way the game uses a narrator to explain what is happening on screen. It's just so unique the way it reacts. You're going to be collecting up crystals to help this world while uncovering what happened to this, I guess, lost civilization. This was their first ever release. I haven't played it in years myself, but in my opinion, it is still one of their strongest. It also has a stunning soundtrack that I do suggest you take a listen to. The Hong Kong Massacre will be for the twin stick fans, specifically those that enjoy games like Hotline Miami. This one, an ultra challenging run and gun experience. The story, you're an ex-detective out for revenge on those that killed your partner. What follows, however, is just great fun as you run through these locations, taking on, I guess, what is an army of enemies. The core mechanics, though, that's kind of to break out all sorts of, you know, acrobatic moves to a fight incoming fire, and it just feels incredibly epic. Between a slew of weapons, though, and slow motion, it's just all cinematic, and it was clearly influenced by John Woo. The only thing I didn't enjoy, boss encounters, they kind of bullet sponges here, and they just feel out of place in comparison to the fast-paced nature of the action that makes up the rest of the experience. It's 85% off then, and that is a new low price. Marva is Dead will be for the horror fans, and I reviewed this on the channel. Find that in the pinned comment below. Now, it was censored on the PlayStation as a warning, but I will add here that scene is still in the game, it's just not playable anymore, it is cinematic. I really don't think personally it makes a huge difference, but it definitely did wonders for their marketing. It's a slow burn though, honestly. It's set during the war, your sister passes away and you're haunted by visions and nightmares. It gets incredibly surreal at points, and I don't want to give too much away here, but I really thought it delivered on the storytelling and balancing, you know, more typical horror alongside the horrors of war. It looks good though, you can still tell it is indie, but definitely still an impressive looking release, and it's best considered a first person walking sim styled horror. Gets under your skin though, this one. I wouldn't go in expecting jump scares, that's not really the design, and then it's a new low price, 40% off. My last 2 games then for the video, they are pickups for me as well, meaning not necessarily recommendations, but rather maybe you want to join me for the ride. That said though, I have played both before, so I will be giving you my general opinion, just not on the PlayStation. So first up we got Wick Hex, it's 90% off. I originally played this on the Switch, and while many wanted a fast-paced action game based upon this character, absolutely makes sense. I thought this strategy spin was perfect as you explore this world, take down enemies with some great animations, and strategically plan your movements. Now, as the name suggests, it's a hex board you'll be moving alongside, and it gets surprisingly challenging as you do advance forward. I don't think you can go wrong at this price, and I'm looking forward to the crisp visuals, even if a few of the character models they definitely look a little strange. Our winner of the week then, the $10 PSN gift card, it's going to Al Gran Diego, who highlighted Hades and maybe giving it a shot. I think it is going to be well worth the cash, that one. Congrats though, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance in next week's video. Also, do remember to check out our video from the weekend as well. All of those deals, they are still live. The Last of Us Part 1 then is our final game of the video. I've played this a couple of times now, the original release, the first remaster they did, but I wanted to jump on this PS5 build. Now, like many, I've been loving the HBO show, so it feels just like the right time, if anything. It's also a smart move to put it on sale right now, as no doubt the sales are absolutely skyrocketing. It's going to be fun to revisit it for me though, not only to see the PS5 improvements, but also how does it compare to the show, as it's definitely been a little while since I've experienced it for myself. Joel and Ellie are just fantastic leads, so I adore this world, and I am actually really excited to be heading back in. I'll leave my commentary on it there, though, as no doubt there's many out there who are going to be new to it, and with the show as well, I do want to avoid any form of spoiler. And that's the video down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week, or are you holding onto that cash? Let me know in the comments. With that then, like, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews, deals, and soon VR2 content weekly, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.